Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we are from Denmark, the last but not least group, and we work for Tarracolab. They want us to represent and find ideas for making young tourism attractive to Tarracolab. We have come up with some solutions and we think they're really good. So.
And our clients are young people and mostly students because they don't have that much money and they maybe want to take a break from their everyday life. And that could be a solution of our hostel because we want it to be cheap and we want young people to try something.
So that's why we came up with Springtality. And the reason we called it Springtality is because we want it to be more fresh. And the spring is like, now everything starts to refresh blossoms, and tality came from the word vitality, so it's more like a fresh start. And that's why we made this hostel a place for young people, more like come and go, where you just can subscribe up or just order a room, and you then you just, it's a very cheap mostly, because if I have $2,000 I would use like 500 on them on the hotel, and the rest of them I will use on the city. So that's why we are trying to communicate with both our hostel and the rest of the city.
Yes, this could be our website for this hostel. If I click booking, booking note comes up. It's simple. You can see the rooms are here. You can type in how many persons you are, if you are a group or just yourself. There are a check-in date, a check-out date, so it's very simple. And we go back to the front page. And we have this big sign, events. Click on that. Menu comes. There's some hits for events that young people would like to do. I'm a little interested in mountains. So this some of ideas for mountain events. What would I like? I would like guided tours. So we have some facts about guided tours. You can go out to see the mountains, the nature of this wonderful city, and it's easy. You can sign up. Voila! Then again, if you are a group, how many persons are you? You can see there has to be at least 15 people for this to work, or else it will be cancelled and you have the days of the tours. It's simple. Yeah.
And how will this benefit the city is that we make the city active. When the young people went to the beach or to the city, they buy stuff, and so it will be a good circle, and we could bring good business to the city. And you're also going to need employees, and so
yes, this is it. Hope you have some good questions for us.
What about the website? You want to sell an experience to tourists? Which is the value you want to bring?
We want to bring the value to the young students. They don't have that much money. They want to use their money on trips, experience, not the place to live. A common hotel is very expensive, so the most of their money goes to the hotel, and they don't have that much money to buy stuff in the city. So with a hostel, you can pay just a little rent of 15 euros, and you'll have a place to sleep, and like a base camp for you to explore the city and the surroundings.
Thanks for your presentation. I'm from Madrid.
Yes.
And only one question. If this hostel exists, will you come to Madrid with your friends to visit the city?
Yes, of course. Yeah. If the room's nice and clean, if we know there's good surroundings, people who we can understand, well, we have something to do, then yes, it would be lovely. Take our friends with us, just have a good time.
Something to do
Like
excursions?
the events, mountain climbing, arrangements on the beach, and shopping, of course.
I have an idea for your business. Yeah, because you want a cheap place to live,
Yes.
maybe you have to clean yourself the room. Let's say, okay, because it's pretty cheap, you have to clean it. And maybe you can create a score and to put in Facebook or in Twitter. Oh, people who was there last week is not very clean, for instance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can yes, you can something like engage the people to have a very good equipment, very good you know what I mean? To involve the people in the same business, in the same idea.
Yeah.
And maybe you can invite them to I don't know, to organize volleyball match or I don't know, something like this. Did you think about it?
We thought about a lot of things, and yeah, it's really hard to make people understand what are the benefits of this and this. So you can have a company that arranges events for them. So the hostel don't need to think about this. You can say that if you rent a room, you have to clean up just for yourself, and once every second day somebody comes and just clean a little bit up so it's nice.
More questions?